I went to the comic shop the other day and picked up a fair few titles. I haven't been for about a month, and it's been far longer than that since I last done a comic book haul video. So I thought it was about time to get back into comic book haul videos, basically. So let's take a look at what I picked up from my local. So hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new comic book haul video, and I will try and do these on a bit more of a regular basis every time I go to the comic shop. I'll do one. That's my intent anyway. Doesn't always happen, but I want to get back into that practice of doing that. Now, I don't go to the comic shop on a weekly basis. It might be every 3-4 weeks, maybe every 2 weeks, dependent, but usually every 3 to 4 weeks I'll bring one of these videos and show you what I have picked up, and quite a bit of a stack there for this week. So shall we get into them? I'm going to turn the camera around so we can look face on at what I picked up. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera like this for this. Let me know what you think. But yeah, so here we have issue 1 from Titan Comics of Conan Battle of the Black Stone. Okay, so I'd heard good things about this title, which is what made me pick it up. Obviously I haven't read it yet, but Titan Comics, you know, they offer up some decent titles. They do the what do you call it, the Blade Runner comics that I get. So yeah, it's, you know, it looks all right. It looks intriguing because some of it is set in different time periods. 1936 there, 1584. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what this one's all about. But yeah, we've got a nice black and white cover, variant cover. Oh, I said cover twice then. A black and white variant cover on this issue. Next up, caught my attention, a Masters of the Universe comic, The Turtles of Grayskull. As you may know, I'm a big fan of the Masters of the Universe. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles don't go amiss either. And this intrigued me for that very reason. So it looks like you got some decent art in here to start with. I like the art style. Man at Arms there. That's Skelligog rather than Skeletor. That makes sense. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this comic plays out. A team up between these two 1980s classic franchises. Obviously He-Man was a few years before the Turtles cartoons came about. Yeah, so that'll be an interesting, yeah, some good art offered up in that one. Now, next up we have issue 2 of the Black Panther versus Predator, or Predator versus Black Panther. Again, there was variant covers. I chose this one. I like the heat signature look of it. Yeah, it was quite a striking cover. I did do a review for the first issue of this comic, by the way. Yeah, it's a nice John Romita art there on that Spider-Man. I don't read Amazing Spider-Man at the moment, but there we go. Yes, there was... okay, yeah, I remember where we left that in this one. So we had this, and then we also have, which issue 2 ain't come out yet, of Avengers versus Aliens, or Aliens versus Avengers, which I thought was better than this comic. I was a bit, I don't know, I wasn't too happy with this issue 1 of this. I don't think it was that good particularly. So we'll see how that one plays out, how this comic series plays out. Then we have issue 13, unlucky for some, of Power Girl, formerly Supergirl, character of Power Girl. And yeah, we've got a cover there, like a wraparound, and another interior cover there. So yeah, a character that is quite fun, and I read. So yeah, there we have. Then we have issue 2 of Deadpool Team Up with a Rob Liefeld I Can't Draw Feet cover. Rob Liefeld was the creator of Deadpool, and you may have seen in that scene where Deadpool and Wolverine are about to face down against all of the other Deadpools, you see a shot behind saying Liefeld's just feet. That's a little in-joke in Deadpool and Wolverine. Rob Liefeld being the creator of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld's inability to draw feet. In fact, he ain't Rob Liefeld. He's got a distinctive art style, but he's not the best artist, and he's drawing the insides in here. Like I said, a distinctive style. I mean, I don't know, has he got better on feet? Maybe he's been practicing, but he used to draw some hideous anatomy. But yeah, it's nice to see Rob Liefeld sort of back at Marvel doing some Marvel work, I suppose. He was one of the Image founders, and then he was always very jealous of Todd McFarlane, and felt that he had to sort of go up against him. And yeah, what's this? Dawn of Decay, Marvel Zombies. So we've got that, and then we have Daredevil, The Woman Without Fear. The Woman Without Fear. This is where Elektra Natchitos takes over the role of Daredevil. It's been like that for a little while. Or Daredevil's got his own comic as well, but this one also includes The Punisher. He's been in a couple of issues, and that's primarily the reason why I'm actually reading this one at the moment. And I don't mind things like this, to be honest. There's the new Punisher. Because when I've got a character, even though they've made the character a woman, she's taken on the role of... I feel like I'm reading something fresh, and I haven't got too much continuity to deal with. Then we have Deathlock. I thought I'd pick this up. This came out. Deathlock hasn't had a comic for some time. And, you know, he's quite a cool looking character. Sort of cyborg character, zombie-ish cyborg. And I just thought, why not? I'll give it a try, see what this new Deathlock comic is all about. Deathlock did play a small role in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at some point, if you remember, in the earlier days of it. Shame they never brought that character back. And it looks like just a one-off. It says the end at the end. So it's probably just a one-off Deathlock comic. So that'll be a good read. Then we have Spirits of Vengeance, a Ghost Rider comic book. Yeah, why not? There's a skeleton of Vengeance there, character of Vengeance. It was he must have made his debut in, I don't know what issue of Ghost Rider back in the 1990s. I want to say Salvador Larocco was the artist at the time that character of Vengeance came back, but he was quite cool as a villain. So yeah, we've got a Ghost Rider, Spirits of Vengeance. So we'll check out what that's all about. And next up, going back to those 1980s animated cartoons, Thundercats from Dynamite Comics. Yeah, another nostalgia-driven comic book for me. You know, Thundercats was great. I've got the series. Terminator comic, new one from Dynamite, which I have actually purchased via eBay. Just got to pick it up at my comic shop. So yeah, you know, another fun read in you know, 1980s nostalgia. kind of thing, which, yeah, I enjoy. You know, what can I say? And then we have the Thundercats spin-off series of Chitara, the speedster, the fast one. Miss Fury and thingy there. So, yeah, they're quite a fun read, Barbarella. And then we have, what do we have next? We have, again, you'll see a pattern forming here. Transformers, issue 12 under Image, the latest issue of Transformers comic. I've got every Transformer comic one way or another, graphic novel form, since the 1980s to present. And there's a lot of them. Transformers, out of all those 1980s cartoon series, Transformers would be the one that I would, you know, take above all else. And thusly I've read and got all the comics from, yeah, from those early days. Fantastic. And then, yeah, you see a pattern forming. Master Universe Revolution, based upon the Master Universe Revolution and Revelation series on Netflix, which, you know, I know it upset a few people, but I thoroughly enjoyed them for the most part. I think the second part of season 1 was a bit of a let me down a bit, but season 2 was great, and I don't know, are they doing a season 3? I certainly hope they are. Skeletor there, Hordak from She-Ra. You know, I'd love to see them bring some more She-Ra characters into it. Nice covers. Nice covers on that. Now, I usually get ripped to shreds for these ones, but there we go. We have Vampirella Dark Reflections, issue number 4. Cosplay photo cover. Yes, I get hammered for them by some people. The art in these are not particularly great in these Vampirellas. What generally happens, Vampirella's been going for some time. When they first came, the art was good, but Dynamite Comics then, as a sales drop, they get less than questionably decent artists on board. Obviously, I know that art is subjective, but for me, the art's gone downhill. And the same goes for Red Sonja, and this is number 13 of the current run of Red Sonja, photo variant cover again. And what's the art like in this one? Because yeah, still not the best, but it's okay. It's a bit better than, you know, the Vampirella. But there we go. So we've got a few more to go. Now, you may know that Spawn is a big thing for me. I love Spawn, so thusly it's time to look into some Spawn comics that I've picked up. And Image are really doing a lot with Spawn at the moment. So we got issue 356 of Spawn there, and then we got issue 357. So I'll do a quick flick through because, well, Spawn's Spawn, innit? You know what I mean? But again, always had decent art on Spawn. Todd McFarlane has never compromised the art, I don't think. You've always got, you know, Todd McFarlane himself doesn't draw it anymore. He may do the cover or two, but he's always got artists that are, you know, much akin to his art style. So, yeah, that's good. But Spawn, ironically, has spawned a lot of spin-off comics at the moment. And I'm just getting some of these together for you that I've picked up, because I do actually pick all of these up. We'll take a look. So, first of all, we have Gunslinger Spawn, which is a Western style Spawn, shall we say, from that sort of era. Not that he's always set in that sort of era, but, you know, There's a lot of different Spawns now. And if there's one film that is ripe for a remake, you know, it's Spawn. Of course it is. Just Todd McFarlane wants to direct himself, and I don't particularly like that idea. So we have Gunslinger Spawn. Then we have, well, it used to be called Gunslinger Spawn. It's now Gunslinger. Then we have King Spawn. Nice cover there. Another Spawn variant. There's a lot of variants. You know, again, the art is decent. Can't complain. Can't fault the art within. And then we have Scorched, issue 33. And it's more of a team-up book. Lady Spawn there. It's a team-up book where all the Spawns kind of come together to, well, do what they do. Salmon Twitch there, which we'll come on to. Haunt, a female-looking version of Haunt there. Yep, that looks like Haunt anyway. There's Spawn. But yeah, Witchblade there, which had a TV series of its own, and an animated series. Animated series. Speaking of Salmon Twitch, those detectives, Salmon Twitch have their own comic book at the moment, Salmon Twitch Case Files, which is set within the Spawn universe. Script plot by Todd McFarlane. So yeah, and some decent art to boot as well. More of a realistic approach, shall we say. Yeah, that's good. Then we have Misery. This is the last issue, 4 of 4. Another Spawn universe title. Script and plot by Todd McFarlane. So he's doing quite a bit. And again, another a different take on the art style. Again, more in line with Salmon Twitch. A bit more realistic. You know. Yeah. And then we have Rat City, another Spawn universe title. They really are doing the Spawns at the moment. What can I say? I don't, yeah, I don't. Spawn had a revival. I don't know. I do feel like it may well have done. And then we're coming to an end now. And this is a new first issue. First Origins issue of Violator. 6-issue miniseries. So I don't know if this is with a McFarlane cover. Like I said, he does his covers. So script and plot in this one isn't Todd McFarlane. He's a creative director, but it's Mark Andreyko is on the script. So the end of the beginning. So I don't know whether this series is going to focus on an individual character or if it is about Violator all the way through. I don't know. I am the Violator. So I don't know if issue 2 will focus on another character as it is first Origins issue. So is it like an Origins miniseries? I don't know. And then we have here, more for fun, Spawn kills every Spawn. That's issue 2. That's issue 1. Spawn kill, more of a cartoony approach. And same goes for the art inside. It's tongue-in-cheek, it's cartoon. Sort of inspired by Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, I'm assuming. You know? But yeah, it's got a fun little take on it. So issues 1 and 2 of that. So that's a bit of a hefty haul there. I sort of buy them on a weekly basis. What I do is I kind of pick them up on their eBay store now, and then I go in and collect. So I don't notice the cost in the sense of I've paid for all of them in one go. That's over 4 or 5 weeks weekly, and I get bit by bit, you know, and then yeah, I go in and there's a stack for me. I do have a subscription with them, a standing order, Ironically, over them 4 or 5 weeks, only 2 titles came to me via that standing order, which shows how out of date my standing order is compared to what I actually buy. So I could update that, and then they will hold the comics for me until I get in, and then I'd pay for them then. But I think it's easier for me to pay via eBay as they get released on their eBay store, and then go into the store and pick up as a bunch. It feels like the cost isn't as costly, shall we say. But there we go. That's what I grabbed. Those are the titles in this whole video here. Yeah, any comments, always welcome. Drop them down below. Hit the subscribe button. Come and join the channel. And I will do, when I go comic shop again, I don't know when it may be. I might go Friday. I don't know, because that new Terminator comic is out this week. I might leave it a week. I might leave it 2 weeks. I honestly do not know when I will get there. But I'll get there when I get there. And yeah, I'll drop another one of these then. So until then, take care of yourselves and see you soon.